Hey guys, VG Sav here, and today I'm going to do a playthrough of the Mario Kart 8 DLC, starting today with two tracks. The first two tracks from the Egg Cup would be GameCube's Yoshi Circuit and the Excitebike Arena. This playthrough will be slightly different than my normal Mario Kart 8 playthroughs, where I attempted to get gold in 150cc Grand Prix mode. I did that already, and I recorded it, and I failed. The recording failed me in several different ways, which is going to lead me to do a very nasty review on my Hopig, what is it called, the Rocket. It was just, the whole thing was a headache. Recording this series has become nothing but a headache. I also kind of wanted to do, get all the different characters and all the different karts mixed in here. There's also the Mercedes karts from a while back that I yet to get into my series. So I'm kind of killing several birds with one stone. So anyway, I'm one of the bonuses of buying the DLC early was to get the different colored Yoshis and Shy Guys. So I am actually racing with a red Yoshi right here, and I am racing in the Mercedes GLA kart, which was a free DLC from a couple months ago. There was actually three Mercedes karts, and this would be one of them. And we are in the GameCube's Yoshi's circuit. And as you can actually see, if you had watched my videos before, you could see the map in the right corner there. That was not previously available before. Now that is an option that you can hit the select button, which I actually think is the minus button on a controller, and you actually get the map on the screen again instead of just on the handheld controller. GameCube's Yoshi Circuit was one of my favorite tracks of all time, probably. It's just, there's a lot of turns, a lot of drifting. I always seem to get out in a pretty decent lead here, as long as I don't get too many green shells, or I'm sorry, blue spike shells or red shells up my butt. I seem to do okay on this track generally. And I think I mentioned this before, but I think anytime you bring in a GameCube or Nintendo 64 track, particularly N64, it's going to be one of my favorite tracks. And you can see I got a spike shell right there at the finish line. Thank God I got the first place there. I believe this was from the Double Dash series, and I liked most of the tracks in Double Dash series. Obviously, I was not a huge fan of the actual Double Dash feature with the two characters on one card. I thought it kind of ruined some of the fun of the game by still only having 8 carts per track, but you just had 2 people on one card. I thought the whole concept of it was kind of silly, but a lot of the GameCube tracks, I like this one in particular. N64 was still my favorite, but really anytime you throw back that far, to me, whether it's the Super Nintendo, N64, or GameCube, I think you're doing it right. Those are the tracks that I want to see remade personally. Next track here is the Excitebike Arena, and again, keeping with the theme, I'm doing using some of the new characters, and this is actually going to be the White Shy Guy, riding the B Dasher, which is a new kart from this current DLC, new DLC. The Excitebike Arena is, you see the map, it looks very generic. Obviously, you go up, you turn, you go down, you turn, you go back. However, every single time I played this, it actually took me a couple playthroughs. I didn't know this going into it. It took me a couple playthroughs playing it. But the track actually changes every time you play it. The jumps get rearranged. The mud puddles there get rearranged. The little grass cutouts there get rearranged. So the track is actually never the same. At least so far in my experience, has never been the same twice. It's almost always been different. I don't know if there's a predetermined amount of ways it can change, or if it's completely random and every time you play it, it's just a random experience every time. I don't know. I know from playing, I've played Excitebike a couple times in my life. It was when I was a child when Excitebike was big. I wasn't really into it. So I never really played it much when I was a kid. It wasn't until I got older, and I played it a little bit, some throwback versions of it. And I know that every time you play it, the track is generated at random. So I'm guessing that was the idea here, to kind of mock that. However, the course itself, I'm not a huge fan of. I think it just, when I saw the course, when I saw how simple it was, I was kind of hoping it would be sort of like was it the baby course, the baby raceway or whatever it was from, I think it was GameCube, from Double Dash, where it was basically it was one big oval, but there was no middle wall, so all the items and stuff just kind of went back and forth all over the track, and it was almost complete chaos at all times. I really enjoyed that map, or that track. There's also 7 laps, if I remember correctly, because it was actually such a small track. This is nothing like that. I think it's more to try to, the reason why it's the shape that it is, it's more to try to just to get the straight ahead feel that you get from playing Excitebike. Overall, like I said, the randomness is, I have no problem with the randomness. I think it's a neat thing, but overall, I didn't much care for it. It was a little too simple for me. I get it, but overall, it was just a little too simple for me. So that's my first episode today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are checking out the DLC yourselves. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like my video, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And as always, thank you for watching.